Hello to all, welcome here August leaks that such are. Today, I bring a pretty interesting video about the workouts in Football Manager 2024 mobile. First of all, you have to see what is the level of badge that your preparers have. Gold would be the badge that is top rated for that prep, then this silver, which is the intermission, then there's the bronze. Don't worry that throughout the season you can increase that badge. How is it increased? For with some exams you will have access to that preparation, some exams to increase what that badge is. If you approve them, it increases, and if not, because it holds in up to 6 months from now he will not be able to do another examination. That out there, then you have what the specialization is, as we are seeing there. We recommend that you have different tengays. Then we notice that a tactic, as the team is seeing and what happens, that you have to see how your team will play depending on how you are going to play. The tactics of technique and all of that you will have to train your players in one way or another. For example, we are seeing here that we can train all goalkeepers, defenders, troncopists, strikers. At the same time we are all here you can put, we take this player, we can put it soft, normal, intensive. There you have the advice of the second coach, and progress. This is backup goalkeeper, is it worth? And then this goalie, the problem he has to do is he doesn't play well with his feet, and in this practice because his is to play with a closing goalkeeper means that he must have a good technique with his feet, then this goalkeeper does not serve us. V's here recommend you enter the goalkeeper because the closing goalkeeper goes wrong with your feet. How do we know that? It is very easy to go to what our preparers tell us to see now. Let's go. This is the role of the goalkeeper, this is the contract, this is the eligibility, this is the trajectory, this is, and now you're going to see here that it's the important thing. You're going to see the positives and the negatives. Look at the negative aspects. Don't feel comfortable with the ball. Poor location, that means if it's slow, going out of its line, if it's slow and over, is not good as a closing goalkeeper because the closing goalkeeper needs to play well with the feet. Then if it is wrong to play with your feet you have to enter it as a goalkeeper, and then the intensity is the normal soft intensity, or what is a higher intensity is worth if you put it soft as it is. Easier for you not to get injured, that footballer. And there he's seeing what the intensity, the degree is. It's going to develop after the progress. As it progresses is more training and playing more, while the more game I train because the more progress is made for that, the less they play their own, that the SIDs are worth if they will play little, that the Cederlos veil is very important, that the SIDs, that player and that he plays in the team that is seeded is worth, and this is that team of purpose, to train him in the different positions in front of roles. This is for example defense with touch, we are going there, and then you have to see what it is in that you play. Each of us here we have Diaz, Stones, Walker, the Guardiol, Roderick, or so you have to see what each one plays, and that it depends on what each one plays, and what you need is you train better one thing or another, and that is, it is already, and simply also that for example, this Ruben Diaz has as a central defender, not defense with touches because we are playing with central defenses, and then you can change what the intensity is. For example here says I want a more intensive training, as nothing we give you intensity is in normal, do not worry you, and now we can put it more intensive, we put it in central defense, and now in intensity we will put for example that I train not enough good, the truth that is a good center. But let us go into the air skill, that is a little bit lowest, has a 13, isn't it? And we're going to put it to intensive, then crash intensive, what happens? Which is more likely to be injured. And so that, guys, it's not much recommended what it is to abuse what is intensive, but intensity training. Why? Because he may be more likely that footballer to be injured. It's just the physical condition that that footballer has. Is it worth? If you have it better or worse, it is things that if you want later I will make a video on what is the subject of the physical condition and such, and why some footballers get injured more than others, and that I want to do a video later. Also watching here Holland can train. The recommended post is for example a complete striker. We're going to put a complete striker. He's a super striker. So the role you are training full striker. That is what is the topic of position training. In case you want to change it later I would like to message to a video the theme of changing what is the positioning of each player that you can change. Man pull you cannot change. For example you can put it if you want a little bit more backward. Obviously a striker like Holland is absurd to put it, change the positioning to goalkeeper or defense. It's important also that you see what the training report is like, as I was seeing there Juan Murillo, who says that Holland is a professional player, and on top is happy. That's important. Will train what the resistance is because he has a 14 attribute was training a movement. But what nonsense, because Holland had a 20 in movement, as I have seen before. We will train resistance, that will do a little because it can improve Zealous inside what is a top striker on a world level as it is the young Norwegian player. So good guys, I hope you have liked the video. I think it is a pretty interesting video. Obviously if for example you have a side, we will put another example, you will have a side that you believe it to be up, it is important that they have good skill. at the time center, because if you want that side to go up, and center as you have that high skill as with those things, with everything already depending on your tactic is so good guys. But like strong video like suggestion and the bell to let you know, or continue watching the channel. I am August Leak.